Archimedes Labs is an idea generator, and some of those ideas are intuitions, and some of those ideas evolve into prototypes, and others go from prototypes to become companies. And one of those is Just Not Me. We have 12 companies right now in Archimedes Labs, all in the mobile space. It doesn't have an office, it's a virtual organization. It has a CEO and 6 partners. The partners are all very different. Operational people, technical people, business people, idea people, hackers who can code. You know, we build companies from ideas or intuitions. In any given moment, there's kind of residues of the past and elements of the future that are there altogether. And in technology, or in anything actually. But in technology, we're at a moment where the residues of the past are called Google and Facebook. In the last couple of years, the amount of time in a day where somebody sits at a laptop or a desktop has been plummeting. And the amount of time they're carrying around a mobile device has been on the rise. And there's sufficient differences between a mobile device and a laptop or a desktop that it drives an entirely different computing architecture. The primary difference is that on a smartphone, it's powerful enough to be processing the logic of an application on the device itself. And hence we end up with apps, not browser, but apps. In fact, only last month, the number of hours people spend on apps, it became greater worldwide than the number of hours they spend on browsers. So when you go back to this, you know, what is the residue of the past and what is the grains of the future? To me, it's all about thinking about the different architecture of computing that smartphones are going to give rise to and what they obsolete in the process. You know, the big aha moment was phones don't need a social network. Phones are a social network. Everyone on the planet who has a phone is connected to everyone else on the planet who has a phone. So Just Me, you know, basically you load the app, it's sitting on your phone, you take a picture or a video or whatever it is you want to send to someone, or you may have done that in the past and it's sitting there in the gallery. You load it into a message, and the message asks you a question. Do you want to send this to your future self? It's like a diary entry where no one else is going to see it, only you. Or do you want to send it to people using your address book? And if so, tell me who they are. Or 3, is this something that the world should know about and you want to publish it? In which case you can choose to publish it on Just Me, or you can add other services like Twitter and Facebook. So it's private, shared, or public, which equates to saving it, sending it, or publishing it, all on one screen. And the user makes the choice, and it isn't a one-time choice, it's every single message you can make that choice. And that set of features with that absolute certainty that you're in control, it literally is impossible in a centralized computing architecture. We don't believe the mobile phone is a receptive environment for what traditionally is thought of as advertising, because the phone is an intimate device that people are close to, both physically close and emotionally close to, and interruptions to their use of it by advertisers is usually quite unwelcome. So we decided to build a business model that sees intimacy as an asset, not as a problem. And we focused on the address book on the phone again. And we said, well, you know, what do you really do in the address book? You declare relationships. I've got all these people in my address book and I'm declaring I have a relationship to them. What if we gave consumers a way to declare their relationships to brands or service providers? You're saying, I really like these guys. And I like them so much, I'm going to give permission for them to have a relationship to me. They can send me messages because they're in my address book. They can send me coupons for money off their products because they're in my address book. And if they violate my trust by spamming me or doing too much, I have the power to say, you're done, no more. And that's like relationships. If you don't like your partner anymore, you can leave. It's a relationship, so you're on good behavior because you don't want to leave. So we're the enemy of targeting. We're the friend of relationship building, and it's the opposite of advertising.